So, getting right into it, I'm just going to go over some tips and things that I typically do in order to make sure that my wash and go is successful. So, if you do end up finding this video helpful, then like, comment, and subscribe, and let's get into the video. I'm not here for friends and such. I'm trying to find out where I'm going. So first, you always want to make sure that you are applying products on wet or damp hair. So for me, I always make sure that my hair is always drenched at every step. So every single step of wash day, my hair is drenched. When I wash it and add shampoo, my hair is drenched. When I add conditioner or deep conditioner, my hair is drenched. When I add leave-in, my hair is drenched. And when I add gel, my hair is drenched. I feel like it helps me with the definition whenever my hair is drenched, but you also can do this while your hair is damp. A lot of people do like to add their products when their hair is damp instead of drenched. I'm the exact opposite. So your hair needs some sort of moisture when you're applying products. I've rarely seen products that typically want your hair to be more dry, but for me, more damp hair really helps me when applying products. Next, you always want to make sure that you are detangling with some sort of product that has slip. So this just refers to how easily your tool or your fingers are able to glide through your hair when you're detangling or just putting your fingers through your hair. So typically you will use a conditioner or deep conditioner or even a shampoo if it has enough slip to it. It's just gonna reduce the opportunity of your hair breaking or snapping off when you're sort of manipulating it in order to detangle it or add any type of style. Just make sure that you have slip in your hair. It's gonna allow you to just protect your hair while styling or detangling. So one thing that you want to be doing is drying off your hair with a microfiber towel or using a shirt. I don't typically do this because I don't dry my hair off during wash day since I'm adding a bunch of water at every single step. But if you are going to do this, then make sure it's one of those so that your hair isn't getting caught up in a more rough towel that we use to dry off. Your hair can be more vulnerable when it's wet, so it's important to just use the tools and things that you can to avoid damaging or breaking it off while drying or washing your hair in general. So another thing that has helped me throughout wash days and styling is sectioning my hair. So I don't typically do this step during the detangling and washing stage. I know a lot of people do, but I definitely need to do it for the styling phase. So I always section my hair off. It just helps me not tangle my hair up while I'm styling it. I used to just go in and just apply the products and my hair would always be tangled up. So sectioning really helps to avoid the tangles during your styling. This also avoids the tangles during the washing and detangling stage as well. And overall can make the styling portion just easier in general. I notice everything goes by a lot quicker when I do section my hair, and it allows me to use less product while styling in general. Now, when it comes to styling, another thing that you can always do is to make sure that you're adding a mousse or a gel. I used to never be consistent about adding a mousse or gel, but once I did start doing that, then I noticed that I was able to take a wash and go for 2 days, then I was able to do 4 days, and now I'm able to take a wash and go for longer than a week. So a mousse or gel will allow you to get the hold necessary in order for your style to stay for more than a day. Creams and leave-ins don't typically have the amount of hold needed in order to last more than a day or two. Well, at least for me, they don't. So using a gel or mousse is non-negotiable for me. I always have to use one. So the ones that I could recommend, because those are the ones that I see that work for me, would be the Wetline Extreme Gel, the Coconut and Hibiscus Styling Gel from Shea Moisture, or the Dew Mousse Deft Texture Foam. Those are my go-tos For extreme hold would be Wetline Extreme Gel. The lighter hold would be the Shea Moisture Gel. And then if I want to refresh my hair and want a lighter hold product, then I will use the Dew Mousse Def. Another thing that you can do is make sure that whenever you're drying your hair, make sure that your hair is sitting in the position that you want it to be in while your hair is dry. This allows you to avoid giving yourself side parts, middle parts, anything like that. So if you don't want a middle part, then your hair shouldn't be split down the middle while it's drying. If you don't want a side part, all of your hair shouldn't be sitting on one side of your hair while your hair is drying. So my hair likes to naturally fall to the right side of my head, so I just leave it alone and just do that. Once my hair started growing out, that's the direction it fell, and I've gotten used to it. So be mindful of the direction that your hair is sitting while it's drying to avoid having it dry in a direction you don't want, because if you are going to try to fix a side or middle part, you may end up giving yourself a little bit more frizz while trying to fix your hair and get rid of those parts. The last thing that you can do is just be mindful of the day that you are planning on doing your wash and style. Now for me, I always do wash and goes, and wash and goes are not what they're called. A wash and go would be just washing your hair and just going. What this is washing your hair and styling for an endless amount of time. So I always make sure that I'm doing it on a day where I have nothing else going on and I don't have to leave the house. Or if I am going to do something, it's way later in the day so I don't have to rush. I also do it on days where I typically don't do anything because I don't like day one hair. My hair always seems to come out flat and I don't really like it. So I make sure that I do it on a day where no one's going to be looking at me and I don't have to go anywhere and worry about how flat my hair looks. So those are all the things that I typically do in order to get a successful wash day. Down below you can comment what are some of the tips that you use in order to get a successful wash day, and if you did end up enjoying this video, then please like, comment, and subscribe, and thanks for watching. Friends put me in control, like I'll just find my key.